we've got the dogs. Woo! Let me just get these leads sorted. So it's sunny but freezing. That's how I would put it. I think. Right, here we go. Okay. Right. I have like a little routine. I wake up 5, 6. I start messaging all my Elvis messages I get on both channels. I get lovely comments from you guys on defending Elvis Presley. Let's just get over here. I also get loads of messages on Elvis Presley fan on keto. Then I get some messages on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. Then I go over and check my Facebook page, Defending Elvis Facebook page that has a 24-hour chat. Then I go onto the 24-hour chat and just check and just have a little look through that to see if there's any good stuff that I can use for pictures, for videos, you know, research that you guys do and you share with each other. So then I wake up and I'm like, right, let's get the kids ready for school. Let's take the kids to school. So then I start planning what topics I'm gonna use. I don't like to fluster myself, so I tend to have a gut feeling for something. Usually there's 2 or 3 things. Usually a gut feeling, something that someone has sent me, gets my attention, and I think, ooh, like for example, Rose Finney sent me something today. I thought, oh yes, I'd love to do something on that. Hi, Blessed. Hi, Deborah. So then I start planning it out. I like the shows to be between half hour and an hour long. So then obviously I've got 2 different channels, YouTube channels. We've got Defending Elvis Presley, which just defends Elvis. That is its main Defending Elvis Presley. Really, it's 70% defending Elvis. The rest is, we do different topics as well. Like we're reading the Billy Stanley book at the moment. Billy has asked us to read it. He's giving us the go-ahead. He's given us permission. Billy, Elvis's stepbrother, has given us permission to read this book, The Faith of Elvis. We've done chapter 1. We've done the introduction. So then I start planning, right, what are we going to do on defending Elvis? I look for a topic that is defending, yeah? You'll be surprised the different things that you can do to defend Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. There's all different ways of doing it. And I do like to do about 2 shows on defending Elvis each day. Oh, Blessed, have you read it, have you? We've only done chapter 1, but as a Christian man, I think it's beautiful. I really have warmed to Billy Stanley. I think he's great. I was a bit unsure before because I'd heard some negative stuff about the 3 brothers, but when I started looking into Billy, I just thought, this is a really kind, decent, good-hearted man. Yeah, he's made mistakes in the past, so have we all. And I just started thinking, let's watch some more of his interviews, and Dave's interviews, and Ricky's interviews. All right, Debbie, you've ordered it, okay. Well, mine came the next day, and it was only like £7. It was... Oops, hang on, I just got to sort the dog out I'm in. 1 second, guys. Right, 1 second. One second, I'm doing it again. Guess what I'm doing, guys? You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. Oh, I love this. My favourite part of the day. Right, come on then. That's why it's called a dog walk. Oh, my favourite part of the day, picking up poo. Right, as I was saying, here are the dogs, here they are. Ella and Princess. Ella is 16, no, Ella is 12, Princess is 16. So anyway, so as I was saying, so I've started watching a lot of Billy Stanley interviews, like a lot. Yeah. It's right, the kids are watching me now. I've got to walk past the kids. Oh, nice car. Look at that Porsche. Porsche. And I tell you what, I have watched some bloody good interviews with Billy. We know he's had a born again sort of experience. Hello, how are you? All right. You know he's had a born again experience, yeah? You know, like, when I say born again, I mean, he died for 10 minutes and had a very life-changing experience, which we will talk about when we read the book. But obviously I've seen him talk about it in his interviews. Right, come on, let's go. Woo! And the thing I learnt from watching Billy, and I've said this already, I got an itchy nose, is that he is the #1 defender, isn't he? Him and Billy Smith. Billy Stanley, Billy Smith are the best defenders. You listen to the way they talk about Elvis and Lisa, Elvis's life. It's like, wow, why? I never knew just how good a defender Billy is. Now, I can't speak for Ricky because I need to watch more. Tony, you're alive. I've been messaging you. Where have you been? Tony, are you okay? Because you've disappeared. We're doing a dog walk. We're just having a chat. So I am so pleased that we've hooked up with Billy. It wasn't straightforward. I am so pleased that Billy now trusts us and realizes that we defend with love, not hate. I do think that our channel gets confused a bit. It's okay. We missed you, Tony. You know that, don't you? I do think that sometimes our channel, people get confused. They think that the reason we're called Defending Elvis is because we're sort of hateful against Priscilla and people like that. It isn't that. It isn't that, guys. It's not hateful. We're just trying to get the truth out there, that's all. We just want to expose the truth so we can defend Elvis and Lisa. That's all we want to do. Yeah, you did. Did you, Tony, have you watched the one we read the book? How many times have you been to Graceland? Who are you asking? Because I definitely haven't been. I would love to go. Woohoo! I'd love to go. How many times have you been? Is it Kahau? How many times have you been? I think Deborah has been, hasn't she? Deborah's been. Deborah, have you been? All right, okay. Now we are, so Tony, we are doing another, we're going to do chapter 2 tonight. When I get home from this dog walk, I'm doing another live stream on defending Elvis. Yeah, so I'm going to do this walk, get home, do a quick live stream, and then tonight when the kids go to bed, I'm going to read chapter 2 of The Faith of Elvis by Billy Stanley. I'm so proud that he wants us to read it. He's given us permission to read it, and he's told us that he supports that we defend Elvis and that we are defending Elvis Presley. And I think he's realised now that we defend in a kind way. I think anyone that gets to know our channel properly starts to realise that we defend in a good way, in a kind way. There's no hate. I know I keep saying the same things over and over, guys, but it's really important to me that people know that we do it in a kind way. Really, really important to me. But anyway, so today I've been busy. My car had an MOT, it passed. Do you guys know what an MOT is in the UK? Every year, your car has to be checked, that it's roadworthy. And I took mine today and it passed. So in America, what do they call an MOT? Let me know, guys. In America, what is an MOT called? So I was just telling you how I plan out my day. Sure there are. Look at the one I told you about is in Fiddington. Look it up. Fiddington. Fidington. That's the one that I found the celebrity that was hidden. There was a celebrity, quite a new grave, and there was a celebrity there, and I don't think anyone knows he's buried there. And I stumbled on it. Anyway, yes, obviously Cahal has his own YouTube channel, guys. So, yes, so when I get up, I'm trying to plan the day. All right, you don't do celeb graves, okay. Fair enough. So let the guys know about your channel, Cahal, let them know. I'm sure they'll find it very interesting. So as I was saying, this is how I plan my day. I try and do 2 lives or 2 videos, 1 live, 1 video on the Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. And I want to do 2 on defending Elvis Presley, but I also like to do at least 1 song reaction on each channel. So that is my goal for each day. I think if I can get 4 live streams, you know, a bit shorter now because we've got 2 channels, and 2 song reactions, then I'm happy. Yeah? Now I don't know if you guys have, well, you have noticed, I've started reading again. Now I did put the books down. I had stopped reading because we had a few problems with YouTube and copyright, all that kind of stuff. But I have started reading, and on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, which is also a health channel about the keto diet, the carnivore diet, we do reading on that channel. So let's get past these people. So hi Jimmy, we do reading on the Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, and we are reading the book Once Upon a Time, Anita and Elvis. Obviously we're big fans of Anita Wood, we love her. We love Anita Wood, guys. It is my favourite book I've ever read so far. So we are going to start reading books on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, so please subscribe to it. Angie loves the books. Hi Angie, welcome back again. So anyway, now on, what was I thinking? On defending Elvis, let me just stop and read this. Graceland for our 18th anniversary, praying it works out. Armand want me to be able to ride the horse. Yeah, it's going to work out. Tony, it's going to work out. Guys, in case you don't know, there's a few of us on here on the keto diet, on the carnivore diet, and we're all trying to get better. And so Tony is one of our success stories. But we do talk about the diet stuff on the other channel, on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, so please subscribe to it. So yeah, I have my set goals each day of what I want to get done in the day. Hi Carolyn. Yes, Deborah, great advice. Tony, when are you going to Graceland? Go on, Tony, you tell her. Hi, Carolyn. So my mission today was I wanted to do a diet-related video, which I've done. It was a live stream on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. I wanted to do 2 song reactions. One of them was a religious one, which I absolutely love. Now I've started to find songs that have Elvis talking in them as well. And I found a really good one yesterday. I'm going to surprise you with it. I've stored it for a later. So I've done the 2 song reactions. I really enjoy the song reactions. And should I tell you why I enjoy them? Because I've run this channel for nearly 2 years. And I've always thought I'm not allowed to listen to the songs with my subscribers and my members. And then I don't know why, I just noticed all these song reactions popping up on YouTube, and I thought, well, if they can do it, I can. So I did start asking around different people that do song reactions, and basically you are allowed to play songs as long as you break them up and react to them. Stop and start them. You do have to ask permission. You do have to ask permission of YouTube to allow the copyright to go through, which is a process that takes weeks. So we can play songs. We can play songs. Yeah, let's have a 22. Let's have a look. You're going to ride a horse at Graceland's? Yes, you are. And yes, you are. It's related. Isn't that horse related to the Rising Sun, Elvis's favourite horse? Are the stables still called the House of the Rising Sun? We have done a few videos of the House of the Rising Sun. We have done a few videos of Elvis on his horses. You're gonna do it, Tony, you know it. We got your back, man. So, now at the moment, I've got a bit of a bee in my bonnet about reading the book, The Faith of Elvis. I really wanna do it. I wanna do it justice. I wanna do it in a way that Billy is happy. Yeah, so I feel that Billy Stanley was his stepbrother. I wanted to become a friend to our channel. So we're going to do it in the right way. We're going to do it in a kind way. And I'm definitely going to review a lot more Billy Stanley interviews. I'm going to find some Ricky interviews and some Dave interviews. Dave Stanley and Ricky Stanley. I'm going to look for the ones that don't say anything negative. I want it to be uplifting and a nice thing. Have any of you guys been going on Billy Stanley's Facebook page, Only Elvis? Have any of you joined it, guys? Yeah, Elizabeth, he is, isn't he? And you know, I didn't know that he was such a nice person until I started looking into it. So I'm so pleased. So Deborah's tomorrow, yeah? Yes, so I've seen Deborah commenting on there. I can tell you now, guys, it's already got a few thousand members, and I tell you what, the stuff that's being posted there is really nice. Really nice. I really like it. I think they've done a really good job. Yeah, I enjoyed reading it. You know, I'm not a very good reader, but I actually found the first chapter and the introduction very easy to read. It's funny that, isn't it? Because sometimes I really struggle when I read. Yeah, the House of the Rising Sun. Yeah, Jimmy, we've done a few videos on those stables. Unfortunately, Priscilla was in them. No, come on. I'm not gonna do any Priscilla bashing today. I'm not in the mood for that. Right. So when I get home, I haven't 100% decided yet what I'm going to do when I get home. I'm probably... Well, there's a couple of things. I'm not going to decide now. I could just read chapter 2 of the book, but I'm also thinking there's something else I want to do. I think what I'll do... Really, I was saving to read chapter 2. I was saving that for tonight when the kids go to bed. So what I might do is carry on listening to the interview. Yeah, we like the dog walks, don't we? Carry on listening to the interview with Billy. I think we're going to do that and learn some more about Billy and Elvis's life. Billy's life with Elvis. Of course, in that chapter 1, Tony, you'll like this. In chapter 1, Billy talks about when they obviously they had a very difficult childhood. They were in care for a while, and he talks about when the mum picked them up and drove them to Gracelands. Could you imagine how that felt for them? Up the long, brightly lit, beautifully lit driveway of Gracelands, and they were like, wow, are we actually going to live here? And when they saw Gracelands, they couldn't believe it. like, oh, we're actually going to live here. They were so excited, all three of the brothers. You can imagine, yeah? And then when Elvis first saw them, the way they worded it, he swept them off their feet, picked them up, and gave them a big cuddle, all three of them. Elvis was so excited to meet them. Yeah, you can, Carolyn. Elvis was so excited to meet them. And then Elvis said, do you mind if I put them to bed? But don't forget, this is the first night. Yeah, they've just had a very, very horrible time. Not sure of the future, wondering what their mum was up to. So they suddenly get taken to Graceland. Elvis says, can I put them to bed? Of course, Elvis took it very seriously. He took his responsibility with those three kids really seriously. And when he put them to bed, he said, have you forgotten something? So they're a bit unsure what he's talking about. He says, we have to pray. We know Elvis prayed every day, carried the Bible every day, got on his knees and prayed every day. So the boys were like, oh, well, we normally pray when we eat. And Elvis was like, no, we're going to pray now. So all three of them, Ricky, Dave and Billy, got on their knees with Elvis Presley, the superstar, and prayed. Prayed to God, to Jesus. How beautiful is that on their first night? And he kissed them on the cheek. Good night. Their first night. Could you imagine? He was asking them questions about what they liked, toys that they liked. And then they were given an abundance of toys. I think Billy got an electric car. He couldn't believe it. And I just think, and Elvis made it very clear that these were his brothers. He'd always wanted a brother, and I've got three. This is what he said. I've always wanted a brother, I've got three. And Elvis treated them like brothers. He was fatherly and like a big brother. So it's just beautiful. Their whole lives were completely turned around from, I think they were there for 17 years, yeah? So you can imagine, I might be wrong about the 17 years, I just think it is. But you can imagine, guys, their lives were like Disney World. And they didn't just see Elvis, they didn't see Elvis as this super famous person. They just saw him as a really, really kind big brother. They didn't know how famous he was. I don't think they realized just how famous he was at first. And Billy talks about the first time he saw Elvis doing a performance, I think at the '69 Vegas comeback. I think he said he watched 14 shows. He couldn't believe his eyes. He was like, wow, I didn't know you could do that, Elvis. This amazing, magnificent performance in '69, Elvis in his jumpsuits. Elvis was back. The brothers knew Elvis was larger than life. Billy even says that Elvis had an aura that could change a whole room, even if you didn't know he was there. He had this magnetic, electric excitement that just buzzed around him. He changed the molecules in the air. He really did have a presence. He was born that way. Beautiful. The way Billy talks about Elvis, so beautiful. So yeah, we're going to read chapter 2. I'm going to enjoy it. We're going to try and, I don't want to just read it though. I want to read it slowly. I want to understand it. Obviously, we'd read it from the point of view of a Christian man, a Christian person, because I think a big part of the book is to show Elvis's gospel side, Christian side, God-fearing side, you know, the religious man. One of the things that Billy said that surprised me, let me just cross over. One of the things that Billy said that surprised me is that he thinks that the world don't really know that Elvis was a Christian man. And do you know what? Initially, I was a bit unsure about that comment, but when you think about it, non-Elvis fans don't really know his Christian side, do they? His gospel side. Now, one of the things Billy said, let me just sort the dog out a minute. Okay guys, so one of the things that Billy said, that he didn't think that the world knew that Elvis was such a Christian man, that faith was so important to Elvis, you know, that Elvis carried a Bible everywhere, prayed every night. But he also mentioned this, and I realized it when he said it. He also mentioned that the book, he was very disappointed with the Baz Luhrmann film, which is, I've been watching it on Netflix. In fact, I watched it last night. I mean, there are parts of the Baz Luhrmann film that are great. I have to say that Austin Butler's parts in that film were just brilliant. I really loved watching Austin Butler. But there are many disappointing things in the book. And one of the things that he said, Billy said, was that it didn't show that Elvis was a Christian man. I never realized that before. But now that Billy has said it, when I watched the film last night on Netflix, I started thinking, oh yeah, it doesn't, does it? It shows that he's poor. It shows his influences. It shows his rise to stardom, you know, some records, etc. It shows him buying Gracelands. It shows, you know, it shows all the basic stuff that we've all heard a million times. I don't think there was anything in it that showed that he was a real Christian man. Yeah, that he loved gospel. I don't think we saw any of that, did we? Am I wrong, guys? So that is disappointing. This is why we want a movie that does show this. We want a movie that shows that he was a Christian man, that shows the world that he was a Christian man, because I think it makes a big difference. It's like, why is Elvis being portrayed incorrectly, even in these massive movies? I just don't understand it. It's like, he really is, you know, yeah, he's like, yeah, the superstar that came from nowhere, that became super rich, super famous, with a beautiful, gifted voice, and making movies and doing the Vegas comeback, the 68 comeback. But where's the religious man, the Christian man? Where is that? You know, we know as fans, we know definitely. Hi, Deborah. We know as fans what he was like, but how do we change the world's mind about Elvis? And the only way I think we can make people understand the true Elvis, we do need some more up-to-date movies that really show the true Elvis, 100%. I know that all this newly found footage is going to come out with Baz Luhrmann, which is great, but come on, guys, it's going to show all the same stuff, isn't it? Yeah, it might be new clips of Elvis, different angles and different songs and different interviews, but which is great, and we're all going to love that. It's going to be all over the place. We're all looking forward to it. But where's the film that shows the true Elvis? That's what we want, the film that shows the true Elvis. We haven't had it yet. A documentary that defends Elvis. Do you know there has never been a documentary that defends Elvis? There has never been one. A biography that defends Elvis. Have any of you ever seen a defending Elvis documentary or biography? I've never seen one. I've watched hundreds of interviews, biographies, documentaries. There's a few movies. There's a few made-for-TV dramas. There's some TV series. Yeah, good idea, Tony. But doesn't it make you wonder why? Because obviously there is a hunger to learn about Elvis and his life, yeah? So why do they not make a film that defends Elvis? I don't get it. Not even one. Don't get it. It will never make sense to me. Why is it that our tiny little channel, You know, we're a tiny channel, aren't we? We get a few hundred views, you know, between 200 and 1,000 views on a video, which is really nice. I really appreciate it. We've got a lovely membership, we've got lovely subscribers, you know, but we're still very small. So we can only reach out to a certain amount of people. The thing that's going to reach a lot of people is a properly made documentary or biography or movie by a big company like Netflix, like Prime, that defends, yeah? Woo, 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 woo. Let's go, baby. Right, nearly home, guys. See, look, I can still run. I'm an old man, I can still run. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you guys. I went to visit my mum today in the nursing home. She is 81 and she's very happy. I sat with her, give her a cuddle. We chatted for ages. Me and my twin brother. She loves her nursing home. She absolutely loves it. So she's really well, really, really well. She just had her cataracts done. She's had her cataracts done and she's really pleased because she can see everything really clear. Very cute, very cute. My mum is very sweet. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna end it at that because we're nearly back now. We want a Defending Elvis documentary. We want a Defending Elvis biography. We want a Defending Elvis movie. We want a Defending Elvis TV drama. We want a Defending Elvis interview from Piers Morgan on Sky News or CNN News. Until we get that, we haven't made a difference. Obviously, we've already discussed the apology thing. Thanks, Deborah. We've already discussed the apology thing, you know. We want these apologies. We were trying to find a way to get Mike Stone to just show some remorse and say sorry, but in a kind way, because he's old now, and come on, we've got to be kind to these people. Same goes for Dave Hebler. We want to just do it all nicely. Now with Priscilla, it's a bit more complicated, of course, because there has been so much wrongdoing, but we still want to bring her to the table and get her to admit wrongdoing, to finally say, yes, do you know what? Maybe I did do a few things wrong. Maybe I made a few mistakes. Maybe everything wasn't my fault. We'd like a bit of that, wouldn't we, guys? Yeah, all right, okay. You did as well, and she's 81. Yeah, do you know, my mum is on no medication. No medication. Isn't that unbelievable? 81 on no medication. Okay guys, I'm gonna have to go, but I am gonna come, as long as the kids have gone out, I'm gonna go straight back on Defending Elvis. I probably will read chapter 2. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea. Hi Kate, we're gonna go on Defending Elvis now, and we're gonna read chapter 2 of Billy's book. I think we will. If I've got time, I'd like to read Anita Wood's book on Elvis Presley found on keto as well, if I've got time. All right guys, gotta go. See you later. I'll be on Defending Elvis in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I'll be on Defending Elvis. Thanks everyone.